There were pockets of dissatisfaction, I suppose, within teams. We were unhappy that it wasn't working as well as it could be.
The environment was, I guess, a little tense, not really communicating freely or openly. Our people were, I guess, constricted a little in terms of what they could achieve, not only what they could achieve for themselves, but good outcomes for our customers.
Quite a high stressful environment to work in for all of us, actually.
There was ups and downs, and I think sort of not long before the program started, things were a bit, the vibe was a bit weird at work.
There was no real awareness about the mental state, and so no vocabulary to talk about things if something is putting you into a position where you're not really comfortable with.
At some stage, I don't know what happened in our company, but everyone got depressed, and it affected especially my team, the development team, where people concentrated on thinking more than feelings, and it was very hard to communicate.
Yes, we do also have quite a lot of, I used to have quite a lot of tense meetings and quite a lot of people under pressure and feeling probably quite stressed at times.
Kind of heightened emotions when it comes to exchanging views, so that leads to some unwanted relationship among peers.
So for me, I felt quite isolated from the team, and a feeling of not really being able to speak up about things, and a feeling of not feeling quite comfortable to ask what was going on in the company when that feeling everyone else knows but me.
Yeah, quite superficial and not open. So everyone sort of had their own agenda and probably a bit disconnected.
By taking 100% responsibility for my own internal feelings, gave me a lot more power, and not allowing the external factors to affect me so much.
I think it would have just been becoming more aware of myself and the way that I process things, really, like am I a thinker, am I a feeler, and then sort of putting that into my work as well.
So learning about the frameworks was for me not the matter of learning something completely new. It actually, for me, it connected dots. Yeah, real opening my mind for some of the stuff as well. So I actually really loved it.
A whole process of non-stop learning, because every week there will be something new, then something unknown.
Like they sort of speak all a little bit the same language. I think a lot of people opened up a little bit more, and having everybody going through the program helps a lot, because everybody's sort of on the same page, and everybody sort of, we have a common language. And
still amazed that there are a few things that I never thought about or never experienced, and it just clicked a bit faster, I think, for me than for other people.
I do like the 0 and 100%, because it's quite simple and quite straightforward.
Quite a long time to actually understand it. And I thought it was quite clever how they, Yolanda and Nick, kind of chip away at it a little bit each week. Quite subtly, you don't really realise even what you're learning each week, and all of a sudden you find it suddenly clicks, and it was, I remember the feeling well, it was really quite enlightening.
We're kind of going through those first few frameworks, and then it was kind of like sort of the penny dropped sort of situation, where I was like, oh, I heard someone make a comment, and I thought, yeah, that does make sense. You know, if I'm not healthy, if I'm not, if I'm hurt, or if I'm in pain or something, then I'm just going to make other people hurt. So looking after me is important.
Synergy framework, you know how you get this quadrant with all this external coming in and being a feeler, I am now able to understand what I'm feeling or what I'm coming from. And now I'm able to kind of step back, hang on, let me use my thinking as well, and then let me come up or think of what options do I have.
The part that really struck a chord with me was learning that any way you feel is okay, like there's no good, no bad. A real game changer, because I could easily identify which position I was on, but I think again that acceptance that that's okay was huge, because it was like, oh, if I'm feeling in position 1, that's wrong. That's how I was looking at it. And really empowering.
I think learning the frameworks was good because everyone was learning the same thing. So it almost gave us a toolbox and another language to learn so that we were all on the same page.
So it gave me a lot more compassion for my colleagues. Oh, I would say absolutely beneficial. It certainly enables more kindness and empathy and understanding between work colleagues, without a doubt.
When they're feeling better about themselves, they'll feel better about being at work. So I think it is beneficial.
It's sort of a really fantastic thing because people keep talking about it, and I think the whole thing is a little bit of a positive team building exercise, because people deal with the same issues, and also some people more than others, but lots of them opened up during the sessions, and so I think it's a very good team building exercise. And
so yeah, it's definitely made for a better working environment.
It's a real gift to employees. Like, it's not just something in the workplace, it's actually changing how your employees think and feel. And I don't think there's too many things you can offer employees that will actually do that.
People are a lot more open. They are kinder to each other, and they're more accepting or understanding of other people. I think that comes around with the thinker and the feeler concept. So there's a lot more productive conversations happening, because if you're a feeler talking to a thinker, you know how to deal with them, whereas we didn't before.
I recommend to do this program. It doesn't matter what kind of culture you have in a company or what kind of maturity levels employees at. It's about knowing the differences between us and accepting them, first of all, because if you don't you don't experience those differences, you will never find the one kind of working solution. But if you know there are different opinions, and you can go through the best opinion rather than ego, then there will be it will be a big winner for the whole company.
So communication is much more straightforward, stressless, and more relaxed. And this is at the end a beneficial point for each company.
A company work situation, definitely, without a doubt. Their employees would benefit from this program.
Whereas it was interactive, and I liked that.
I enjoyed the program, and I enjoyed the benefits of the program.
Really shows, if an organisation allows their employees to go through this, it really shows that they value their staff. You go work for lots of different companies, and there's always good size to a company there. They're always trying to treat their staff well. But this really goes above that. The investment that they've put in shows they really do care. There's a real kind of, that you're not just a number.
But some of the few key ones that I would share with other companies is that not just the company, but everyone in the team will definitely benefit from progressing their relationship as co-workers or colleagues into a more open, accepting, and more harmonious relationship. And just this openness and clarity, and then together the whole company can move as one, and less of distraction, less delay on what they need to do, and therefore productivity increases. And of course, happiness level, the level of happiness is going to increase as well.
By doing the program, there's definitely you will encourage your team to be better versions of themselves every day. So I definitely, our team is more open, they're kinder to themselves, and they're kinder to each other, and they're generally happier, which for us results in, greater productivity and teamwork. So those would be the things that they would get out of it.
Said yes, they've applied it at home, and obviously a happier home life means more productivity at work. So coming down to a more fundamental level, we've been able to shift people in their thinking and their understanding and their connecting, relating to each other, etc. So now I think they feel stronger as a team. From the staff is they feel a lot more connected as one company because they've spent a lot of time seeing other people, hearing from other people, or realizing that they are just people like them. And so there's been a lot better connection across the business. I can't think of any situation where they wouldn't get a large amount of benefit. It doesn't really matter where they are in their journey or what they're facing, because what you're covering is pretty fundamental to everything and improving everything.
If you like, a mechanism to understanding and communicating. So if you like, it's like we were all able to use a common language framework to normalise and harmonise communication within their business, so that they can have people talking about how to get good outcomes with a common, understood, known language. And they want to just simply be better in themselves, or have their people be better, or deliver great outcomes for their customers. Then I would say if they've landed with you guys, they've landed in the right place.